Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Natasha and this is Life with Tash. Today we're going to be talking about a life binder that I put together over the past week. It's December 30th, so obviously, like everybody else on the planet, I am looking forward to 2020 and what my goals are going to be, and just like the things that I would like to kind of get in order in my life for the following year. Yeah, I didn't actually know that this was a thing. I knew that family binders were a thing and like household binders, but I'm single, so it's just me and my cat Peggy, and I don't really need one of those big family binders of chores and, you know, kids stuff and household things. Like it's pretty straightforward what my life is. So I adapted it to be just for myself, and then through this process I found out that these life binders were actually a thing. So I made mine in a happy planner that I had. I actually turned the cover inside out. I don't know, I just wanted something a little bit like lighter and brighter, so that's what it is now. On the bottom it says live creatively. I'm not sure if you can see that. And I just really love these disc bound systems, especially for things like this where you're going to be in and out of it, possibly moving things around and finding what works for you and what doesn't work, and you can really easily switch it in and out as opposed to using a notebook. And I find it a little bit less like cumbersome than a binder. Not that I'm going to be taking this anywhere, it's just gonna like live on my desk, and once a month I will go through it and recap and see how I'm doing on all of my goals. So I'm gonna do a flip through in just a second. So in making this binder, I kind of had a little bit of perfection paralysis. It took me a while to figure out exactly what I wanted it to look like and exactly the function that I wanted out of it. And so it did take me quite a while to find all of the templates and printables that I ended up using. I will link everything in the description below. Most of them are purchased from Etsy shops. Some were found free online. I'm going to try and remember all of the websites that I got them from, but to be honest, I may not remember them all, because some of them I just downloaded a whole bunch of different ones and then went through and figured out which ones would work for me. So it took me a while to get started, but once I did, I kind of just threw it together because I really wanted to be able to get some stuff in here before the end of the year, which is tomorrow. So I have been working on it a little bit today, and I'm planning on getting through all the goal pages between today and tomorrow, so that come January 1st, I will have a good picture of what my year will look like. So let's get to that flip through. So let's dig into it. So in the beginning of the book, I have just a couple of these note, like half pages, that I really like. I use them a lot in pretty much all of my notebooks, just for the random thoughts and ideas, or somebody tells me something, I put it on there and then I can transfer it to wherever it needs to go later. So this binder, this notebook, I guess, is divided into 5 parts right now. So I've got goals, health, home, money, and therapy, and I will walk you through each of the tabs and what I've got in it. And I do expect that over the year, as I go in and use each of these different sections, that they will kind of transform as needed. For the title pages, I used this set, I guess, of paper. I usually buy these at like Michael's whenever they are in the discount section. So this one was $30 and I paid $10 for it, and it's a really, really cute set. I kind of wish that I had 2 of them because I just love it so much. So it's got all these different pages, and then some just plain colored pages at the back. I will walk you through each of the tabs and what I've got in it. And I do expect that over the year, as I go in and use each of these different sections, that they will kind of transform as needed. For the, I guess, title pages, I used, for the title pages, I used this set, I guess, of paper. I usually buy these at like Michael's whenever they are in the discount section. So this one was 30 bucks and I paid 10 bucks for it, and it's a really, really cute set. I kind of wish that I had two of them because I just love it so much. So it's got all these different pages and then some just plain colored pages at the back. So you can see this is pretty much all of them. So I really like these. I just generally collect these. I buy them constantly. Like I said, whenever they're on clearance is usually when I'm picking them up. So then what I did, because it was really all that I had handy, is I used these super sticky Post-its that honestly I just kind of had laying around. And so what I did was I glued them to the back of the page, and they are sticky, but they're not sticky right next to the tab. So I went in with my roller glue and just made sure that they were on there. I would have liked something a little bit nicer, but I just wanted to get it done and I wanted to stop putting it off. So it's done. So this is one of the printables that I did purchase on Etsy, and like I said, it'll be in the description box. I didn't print all of the pages in each of the packages that I purchased or downloaded, just the ones that I knew that I would use, and I can obviously always go back later and print more. So I printed the cover page just because I thought it was so pretty, and somebody obviously worked really hard on these flowers. It's not something that I could ever do. And then just a quick glance, kind of 2020 kind of thing. So this is where it starts to get a little bit wonky, I guess, just because there's printables taken from different places. So this is just a special dates page that I can use as needed. I assume that I'm going to be putting like kind of my bigger events on here. One of my goals is to run a few races this year, so I'll obviously put those dates in there and other things as they come up. So this is what I'm really excited about. I am currently in the process of doing a 2019 kind of year in review, and I'm going to be doing this page last. I will be making another video about my wrap up of the year and how I usually do that. So stay tuned. Oopsies. So this is where all of my 2020 goals will go, kind of my bigger picture goals, not my like individual things that I want to be getting done through the year. That's going to be on these pages. So I've printed a bunch of the same page. As you can see, there's a number of them. And this is what I will refer back to every time that I do my goal review throughout the year. And then I've printed this weekly page that I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna use it or how I'm gonna use it. So I just printed a couple. I think I printed like 3 or 4 just to see if I can use it throughout January and how I wanna use it. If I end up liking it, then I can obviously just print more. So that's everything that I have in that page for now, or in that section for now. There will also likely be a bunch of blank pages where I do like a monthly recap type of thing, but I'm still figuring out exactly how that's gonna work, so we're just leaving it on the back burner for now. Next is the health section. So I have a monthly measurements tracker. So you take like measurements of your entire body, including your weight and different things like that. So I just like having this all on one page so I can see, hopefully as I'm making progress, see how that looks. And then some room here for some pictures and stats. So I'll be doing that come the beginning of January. These I intend to use for kind of milestones. So certain weight goals I'm going to put in here, that like where I would like to be by certain dates. Also doctor's appointments will be tracked here, and things that I'm tracking for my own health. So I'll track my cycles on here. I'll track my thyroid as I'm getting it measured, because that is something that my doctor and I are working on. So things like that will go in these monthly pages. And then every quarter, this time that is not supposed to say after. This is not like a before and after thing. This is just a visual representation. I definitely don't want to put myself in that headspace of a before and after type model. And the same thing, so it just keeps going like that until the end. Oh, that's not supposed to be there. Okay. I also am planning on finding, I just haven't looked one up that I like yet, a tracker for miles run, or kilometers in my case, because like I said, I am planning on participating in some races this year, so I want to be able to track my progress over time. So next is the home section. So just, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, a cleaning checklist. I want to get better about making a schedule of certain things. For example, I just took a bunch of time to go through my pantry and get rid of any like old spices and herbs and stuff like that. So I want to get better at kind of tracking those things. And then this is just going to be kind of a big picture list of things that I